Hey guys, David Duford at davidduford.com, where I help insurance agents like you succeed in selling insurance. Today continues our process in the 6-part series of selling final expense life insurance, where we've talked about already building rapport and trust. We've talked about fact finding and pre-qualifying. We've shown how we present the solution to the client to get them totally on board. And now we've got to learn how to actually ask for the business. Luckily, unlike many other sales trainers out there who think sales closing is the most important part of the sales process, this is the least important part of the sales process. Why? Because it's the easiest if you have followed all the other steps that I've previously discussed. So you can't take this video out of context because it requires a deep understanding and implementation of the prior 3 videos that I've discussed. So how do you actually close? How do you actually ask for the business? Well, you want to describe what product it is that you're selling them and explain why. I'm picking this particular company because most companies decline COPD or make you wait 2 years. Well, this company will cover you first day full coverage. This is a great deal at a great price. And then after you've given the logical explanation as to why it's a good choice and backed it up with a little emotional appeal, you present what I call the simple process of a 2 or 3 option close. Now, for those of you who are new to selling in general, what we want to do is assume the close, in the sense of basically imagining they're going to buy from us, assuming that, and not asking them, do you want to buy, yes or no, but giving them 2 or 3 choices and asking them which one works best. So the way it sounds is, so here's the prices I've drawn up. You told me you're comfortable with $50 to $70 a month. You can see I have 3 different options, a $50, $60, and $70 a month plan. My recommendation is to pick the one in the middle because that is the best balance of pricing, plus it maximizes your coverage, like you said, to take care of the burial expenses you're worried that you don't want your kids to take care of. The closing question, which one works best for you? Then silence. Again, you are silent because you want the client to go through the mental process in their own mind of deciding which ones is appropriate for them. Again, I recommend you want to use that language because we're the professionals, just like a doctor. We don't say, hey, do you want to take this medication to stop the infection in your blood and then killing you? No, you're just like, you take this medication to feel better because this is what the best route is. You have to take that mentality in the selling process as well, and they will take your advice because, again, up to this point, you've established enormous levels of trust and rapport, and it's likely that they generally trust you and you haven't given them any reason not to. So they'll take your suggestion. They may go higher or lower, that's fine, but you're not telling them what to do as much as saying, this is my recommendation, which one works best. So you're giving them the decision-making power so they retain a level of independence. But the great thing is that we've constructed this inside the idea that they're going to buy anyway. So it doesn't matter as far as I'm concerned which one they get. They're a sale either way, right? They're going to buy either way, and that's what matters the most. And so that's the script. And so, at this point, it's very unlikely, again, all these videos I've done so far are contextual in the sense that you can't look at closing in a vacuum here. A lot of how you close depends on how you open. And so at this point, 90% of the time they're going to buy. You've overcame so many objections earlier on in the pre-qualification and the presentation sales process that there's really nothing left to discuss except buying something that makes sense for their budget. So it's very unlikely you're really going to hear objections. Now, we're going to start talking about objections in the next video. But again, I just want to stress the fact that unlike a lot of other sales training, closing, while it does matter, doesn't matter that much here. Because as long as you follow the process I teach in selling final expense or really any insurance product, you won't have that kind of objection near the end. It'll be a smooth sale like a grease chute. You just slide on in, get the sale, and thank them for their business. So if you like this video and you like the idea of learning some of the smaller, subtler nuances of closing the deal and learning more about the pre-qualification and the other aspects that make a big difference, you can do 2 things. You can learn how to join my agency to learn how to sell this, or join my Inner Circle program where I give this training as well. So to find out about both programs, go to davidduford.com, click the links at the top to learn more about each. Feel free to leave a comment below if you'd like me to clarify anything. Thumbs up the video, subscribe if you haven't. And my name is David Duford at davidduford.com. Thanking you again for watching this video. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.